All right, hey traders, TG here, and welcome to your free video. I think we've been seeing that the market has been having some troubles on the long side. So I'm hosting a free webinar this Wednesday, February 9th. So if you guys want to come check it out, we're going to have a link there for you, but you can come here, simplertrading.com/money. You can sign up for that. And let me keep showing you what we're seeing in the market. I mean, the market is about 5 minutes away from closing today, Monday. And I wasn't exactly expecting this to move down at the end of the day. Now, I'm pretty bearish on the market in general, but as far as like how today was going to go, I kind of thought that we were going to get price to maybe come up here about 455, just something in that area. You can see the trend line and all the resistance areas. So I figured price is maybe going to go sideways to up and reach that. And today, like right at the close, we're getting price to come down. So that's very interesting. I am still leaving the door open for just about anything to happen as far as any bounces or any kind of moves to the upside. But despite those bounces, I do think that ultimately price is going to keep rolling over and go lower. Part of the reason I'm saying that, accounting for any bounces, but look at the 15-minute Moxie indicator. They are staying below zero, and price uh, was over the 15-minute 50. This is an inverse trampoline move. Price should not be over the 50 if the Moxie indicator is below zero. And then basically, I'm just seeing price going to be running into all these resistance areas on the hourly chart. So lots of stuff saying that this doesn't look very happy. And then I look at individual names, and I also see, like, yeah, these individual names definitely are not ready to go up. So AMD, they had earnings, they had great earnings, and so they popped up. But you know what? I was telling people on Wednesday on my Facebook YouTube session, I was like, yeah, I don't care what the fundamentals are right now. The market doesn't care what the fundamentals are. And you can see here that AMD still has this giant gap between price and the hourly 50 as it's also running into resistance overhead at the hourly 200. I said eventually price is going to have to come down to at least test that, and I bet it fails it. And on the 15-minute time frame, you can see that price is trying to go up, but look at the Moxie indicator. That doesn't look very good, and you can see the even price is starting to break back below the 15-minute 50. So I'm looking at this eventually going lower. I don't know how far, but I think that if you're interested in shorting and trying to figure out, how high some of these things are going to go before they roll over, generally speaking, I think AMD is about at its highest point before moving down. So this, if we're right on the short side, this is about the correct area to start getting in on the short side. And then if we look at something like Apple, and you come over here, what I've been addressing is that this, gap between price and the hourly 50, and looking at, this big arc up here is like, yeah, this is just a big bounce. It's just up here. This is about the peak of its arc, and it's going to start rolling over. And lo and behold, it happened right there when price broke the 15-minute 50. And now it's running into the underside of a downtrending 15-minute 50. And the next thing to go is the hourly 50. This is what's going to start the process to the downside. So if you guys, again, are thinking that the short side is the place to be, and again, look at the 15-minute Moxie indicator. That is a perfect bearish setup on that time frame. So if you guys are in agreement with this and think this is going to be happening, then something like Apple, this is about where you short it, and it gives you the best opportunity to bang for the buck if it works. And if you're wrong, or if I'm wrong, or if we're wrong, and it starts going up, it at least gives you a little bit of cushion before you actually are wrong. So that is what we've been seeing there with Apple. And then Google, they had big news coming out with their earnings about the 20-to-1 stock split. And I told my subscribers at the time, I said, look, there's no way I'm going to consider buying this thing. I don't care what the news says. That news is not going to be able to trump the overall sentiment of the market right now. And you can see here, it opened at all-time highs, right up at a third ATR, a giant gap between all moving averages. And the Moxie indicator below zero, it was a jump up. I mean, honestly, if you're in something like that, it was a perfect place to exit. So I hope not too many people actually decided to buy it up there because it was just, it was not ready. I mean, the best we needed to do was then see if it could flag sideways into support, and it hasn't been holding any support, so it just kept fading. So a little bit of a bounce up into something rolling over made total sense. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing all right out there. Remember to come check out the free webinar this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central. We'll put a link out there for you. And thanks for tuning in. Have a good week.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me